This is Andrew.
This is Chris.
This is Infinite Errors. And this is also The Last of Us Remastered.
Yes, remastered. You can see that there's clearly more moss. I've seen this opening many times, and there's never been
that level of moss.
This is way more moss than you would see.
That is the remastered budget at work.
Exactly.
All this moss.
Look at that. I can even see...
I mean, legitimately, even though we're making fun of it, like, it does look really nice.
I can't see my reflection, though, so it's obviously not that great.
Which is why it's not best game ever.
It's not game of the century.
Yeah. No, in all seriousness, though, I do think it looks fantastic.
I've been selected for outside.
But independent of that, like I said, I think The Last of Us came out at an interesting time because, for the most part, I feel like most of our culture or most of the people were starting to move on from zombies. Like, they had been the big thing for a while, and I really think The Last of Us was kind of on the tail end of that. Because, I mean, yeah, there's still Walking Dead and so on, but I maybe it's just me, but I don't feel like anybody cares about that stuff nearly as much as they used to.
I don't know. I think I'd have to disagree with you, because like, from what I understand, like, The Walking Dead is still super popular. I know that there hasn't been a whole lot of zombie stuff recently. I mean, in 2013, I would agree with you that there was a lot of zombie stuff around that time. I would also say that The Last of Us did a really good job of being different than just the regular old zombie.
That I definitely agree with. I want to look something up while I'm thinking about this now that we're...
Because that, like, what these zombies are actually based off of is a real parasite, and it's super creepy.
Yeah,
like, mega creepy.
Obviously, this is an extension of that, like a lot of science fiction, takes an existing thing and then runs it to much more substantial. But, like, I just looked it up to make sure. I thought so. The Avengers came out in 2012. So this would have been right around the time that zombies were the big trend for a while, and superheroes would just be starting to become a trend, because the Avengers is really what started that.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, there were some other Marvel movies, but the Avengers is really when they blew up. I'm going to turn around, and then I'm going to turn around again.
I bet that ration line is empty. Oh, okay.
Never mind.
I just wanted to get my rations.
I'm hungry, man. This is important.
But yeah.
So much for the easy route.
But regardless, I mean, like, I guess all I was getting at was, I feel like, I mean, it still did really well. It's not like it was really held back by its timing or whatever, but I think this was sort of...
Let me move on. I want to save the health kit. I don't think I'm gonna...
No, it won't let you.
Stupid.
You can only hold like 3 of them anyway.
They're gonna close.
Yeah.
Which that was legitimately kind of annoying. I remember having a conversation about this with a friend of mine. I get, like, I don't have a problem if the inventory is very small, because I understand you're going to travel light. I feel like you can make room for another roll of bandages. That's kind of important.
Yeah.
Where are you off to?
When you can carry, like,
Who else is looking for him?
Marlene. She's been asking around, trying to find him.
Marlene.
You're willing to carry,
I think she'd tell me.
like, 3 random pieces of broken glass, but you're not willing to carry remove some of them to have room for a medkit.
I'm trying to get... Do you see? I'm drifting.
Getting better, more aerodynamic.
Fast and Last of Us, Tokyo Drift. Brr, I'm making...
The fast...
Brr, going in on the inside. Brr.
The Fast of Us.
Oh no, she's picking up speed.
Truly, she is the fastest. But yeah, no.
Shift up. Yeah.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Shit's stirring up out there. How we looking over here?
It's been quiet.
I need
Signed
resources.
the military order.
I don't think there's anything to get at this point. Like, obviously, it wasn't held back by the fact that that culture was moving away from zombies. I mean, it still sold
Give me a hand with
really, really well.
Yeah.
But, and I do think, like you said, the fact that they do zombies a little bit differently than some of them probably helped.
Because it's this creepy parasite that gets inside of an ant, well, more of a fungus, has it grow, or
Yeah, it's a fungus,
forces the ant to climb on top of a tree or something, then grows out of its brain to release its spores. Like, that is so messed up.
Oh, yeah. It's super creepy. For real, that's legitimately terrifying. Honestly, like, of all the things, that's another conversation I've had, not in connection to The Last of Us in any way, but having thought about it before, because, you know, this is what you do when it's like 3 o'clock in the morning and you can't sleep, is you think terrible things, like, thoughts that make it even harder to sleep, and I always thought that one of the worst things was, like, of all the ways to go, I think anything that results in not retaining my mental faculties would be the worst, because basically I'm not even the same person. Like, if your brain is different and you don't think the same way, are you even really the same person?
What do you mean?
I mean, like, you know, not talking about funguses or whatever here, but just thinking about things like, you know, dementia, where you lose your mental. These are like, just of all the ways for a person to go, to me that's like the saddest, and you know, not that anybody gets to really necessarily pick how they go out, but
I mean, considering your brain is basically,
Come on.
right, more than any part of you, your brain is you.
well, yeah, because your brain chooses. I can't. I'd love to, lady. I can't.
I think it's triangle, but yeah, like, it doesn't seem to want to pop up with the thing. Awesome. Remastered. Now with more confusing button prompts.
No button prompts. I can't even turn my light on. Hey, baby. What's up? But I mean, that's the thing when your brain is literally coming up with everything. The brain named itself the brain. Someone's brain, when they were deciding what to call the brain, named itself the brain.
I mean, that's true.
Like, that's amazing and cool.
But yeah, I mean,
And now my brain is choosing to be excited about that.
well, I mean, obviously, it just proves that your brain, you know, is very egotistical. Like, yeah, look how awesome it is.
My brain is like, sup, dude, you are cool. I am cool.
You are cool because if
am
you are
you.
cool, by extension, I am also cool because I am you.
Indeed. Everything is cool.
Everything is awesome.
Everything is awesome. I don't know how to crouch because it hasn't told me.
R3 maybe? L2? R2, I don't know things.
Maybe I'm not allowed yet. Ah. It's circle. And circle gets the square, which is punch. I've decided that I am not done being upset about my daughter. So I'm going to punch this
20
car.
years later, I'm going to punch the crap out of this car.
Did you see how I broke it right there because of how strong I am?
That's true. You definitely did that. It was definitely not like that. That was 100% you, and not in any way the game of already having those cracks there. Well done.
Where's the ladder?
Where's the ladder?
Here somewhere.
You know what? If I'm a betting man, it's right over here.
Wow.
Got it.
You know,
Great, bring it
you
over.
could have found this instead of just standing there waiting for me. I mean, not to be...
Tutorial unlocked?
It's a tutorial on ladders. I'm 100% positive that's what
You know,
it is.
I'm not sure, but I think I can figure out how to place this ladder.
Ladies first.
Yeah, ladies first.
Lady.
Check out that
You
butt.
must be thinking of someone else.
That's all really.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
Did you actually move the camera, or did it do that on its own? Okay, so you did it.
I don't really know. No one can really be sure of what this game is doing. I don't even know if what I'm doing right now is doing anything.
I mean, so what you're saying is it plays itself, and you're just flailing buttons.
Yeah.
It's like when you're a little kid and you think you're going to play the game, and, like, you know, your dad or whoever, like in my case, my dad would play a lot, and, you know, we just sit you down there and it's not plugged in, but you think you're playing, and it's great.
I don't think that's ever happened to me.
Well, probably not.
Well, since I don't have a dad,
Exactly.
it would be kind of difficult to...
Maybe with your big brother, but I mean, I think by that point you were old enough to...
Plus, he doesn't really care for games. I can't... How do I pick these up?
Triangle, maybe?
That's so weird.
Yeah, I feel like triangle is the use stuff button. I think I remember that.
That's weird. I still wish it would tell me. Maybe that's how I turn on tutorial mode, so it tells me what to do every single time.
Well, you know, it's remastered. They assume you know all the controls already. It used to pop up with triangle. I know it did in the other one.
I know it did for this one, too.
David Michael Vigil.
Maybe it's because I chose normal? Because I'm pretty sure the last time I played it, I actually chose easy, only because I was like, I'm going to get through it this time. And I'm going to play it super fast as possible so I can get through it and see the story.
And then you proceeded to still not do it. Yeah. It's okay. It happened. You know what? It happens to the best of us.
Yeah, now I don't have a choice.
Let alone you.
And I'm stuck on normal.
Once we get our merchandise back.
But
it's
okay.
done.
I wasn't paying attention.
you were.
I just assumed that you were being a jerk face.
I actually was that time, so that was accurate.
Yeah, I can just assume that happens at all times.
I feel like you do that with everyone.
Well, not necessarily. If I like the person.
Spores.
Well played. Well played. I'll give you that. But like the whole spores thing is interesting. It doesn't.
Hell are all these coming from? The place was clear last time.
I guess I mean like it doesn't really do anything from a mechanics perspective since he always puts it like there's no button for, you don't need to deal with the mask or anything. It always happens, but it's still a nice environmental detail to the world.
Oh yeah,
That's a thing that they have to be aware of, and like I like that.
There's our culprit.
God, he's not that old. Better keep your eyes and ears open.
Wow.
it's not that old, and he's already got this many funguses.
Well, I assume that having that like the fungus that's coming out of him it defines the point where it becomes body as opposed
We
to
should
person.
probably say fungi instead of funguses.
That's correct. Yes, we should. Accuracy. The fungi.
I want to continue saying funguses just because it's wrong.
Through here.
Good, check out all these funguses.
Yeah.
Our
Be careful.
fans will be like, "Oh my
Fungi.
gosh!"
We'll get a bunch.
They
of
don't have to
comments
take
with
infinite errors that literally.
It does not also need to be infinite grammar errors, guys.
Watch it. Help me. My mask broke. Don't leave me to turn.
Do you have guns?
Please.
What do you want to do?
Well, I'm obviously gonna shoot him. I'm not just gonna leave him to die.
I mean, good for you. I know. I remember you reload by like firing the gun without pulling it up. Yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah, just
Extremely weird.
yeah.
Yeah, I remember the feeling that the control scheme was
Hence why it's not game
somewhat
of the
janky. Yeah,
game of the century. Per you, anyway. Maybe I think it's game of the century.
but we already established it's not because of the reflection and the explosion problem.
That wasn't my fault, though.
No, it wasn't your fault. It was the game's fault, which
I
is why it's
know.
not game of the century.
Hey, you don't know what you're talking about.
We just covered this. Try to keep up with the rest of the class.
Up ahead. You hear that?
Shh. Shut up, Andrew. I said don't say anything. What the hell is your problem?
Okay, see, this is one thing I do need to point out that always bugged me. Not the fact that he can do this. That's fine, whatever. Like, I don't care about that. The thing that gets me is that you can... There are times in the game where they want to jump scare you and have, like, a zombie jump on you. So you can sit there and listen, and he can hear, like, things through 3 sets of walls, but then suddenly he won't be able to hear something that's literally, like, a foot away around the corner. So that it can jump out at you, and that really bugged me when I played this. And I'm sure I'll bring it back up when we get to the points where that happens, but that was something that always stood out to me as being annoying.
And that makes sense. I'm just gonna leave that.
Yeah, just whatever. You guys are,
whole area. Just
no reason to.
They can't see me, can they?
Yes.
Well, are they clickers?
No, because
I know clickers can't actually see your light.
No, yeah, clickers can, but regular zombies can. No, but they haven't introduced clickers yet. They'll get to them later.
Well, yeah.
Gotta, have time to adjust to this one before you...
And, see, if I didn't explore, I wouldn't have found those bullets.
3 bullets.
Hey, those 3 bullets could be a lifesaver later.
But I guess that's like the other thing is... your gun, it only lets you carry, 16 bullets. 1 extra clip. That seems extremely
How
small.
am I full on health?
Because you used the health kit, remember?
Yeah, but can't I take that with me?
No. If food you cannot take with you for some reason, which again, you would think you would make room for food.
That is really... Okay, that is dumb. You're starting to turn me on this whole game of the century thing.
Like I said, it's still a good game. I don't hate it or whatever. I just... There were small things that added up to make me not like it as much. I also remember, I don't know what I did, but I definitely got those guys from downstairs to come sprinting at me because apparently I did something wrong.
I had the same thing happen once. I think if you spend too much time
Just messing
screwing around,
they stop, finish eating or whatever.
yeah.
So you can read that note later, is what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm not gonna
Stick around to read it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get out of here first.
It's probably a good call.
Alright, that's all
Of course. I think you do it through the other button, select.
of them.
You had to get into here.
Let's hope so.
That's actually the thing.
Let's head back into the
And I like that you actually dig through the, his backpack and stuff.
What?
Hit square, you can read it. There you go, see.
I'm so close, I'm standing outside the walls, never seen through.
I guess given the number of notes in this game, we'll probably have to do if you want to read it, you can just pause it.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of notes.
Or you can just play the game on your own.
Well, yes, but
and read the notes.
if you were choosing to read the notes through our videos, please accept our apologies.
If I choose to even allow you, that'll be...
He will do that because that would be rude otherwise.
That'll be my decision. Not necessarily. It's rude to, it's rude to the player or to the watchers because they can't... why am I still crouching?
Because you didn't uncrouch?
through here.
Okay.
Having said that, I spent 90% of the game crouched because I really feel like the zombies have super, super good hearing and it's annoying. So I tend to crouch constantly. On the off chance they're going to find me.
It's okay. It is kind of cool that it makes the little clicking noise on my...
That is cool. I definitely do not remember doing that before.
I'm pretty sure it did.
I don't think...
Well, it did on the game. It didn't on the
Well, yes, because there's a speaker in the controller now with the PlayStation 4.
For those of you that can't hear it, There we go.
But I mean, this is Naughty Dog, obviously, so it was a PlayStation exclusive. But I guess for what it's worth, like, I kind of feel the same way about Uncharted. A lot of people think Uncharted is great, and I don't hate Uncharted. I think it's a...
What do you want? So I have to do literally everything?
Yes, you do.
Lazy. So lazy. How do I get down there?
I think you're just like a ramp or something to the right. Oh, okay, that works.
I'm just gonna jump.
Can you get around back from there?
I think.
Oh yeah, okay. See, now it's putting triangles up.
Yeah.
Here, pass it.
But
sock it to me.
But like I said, I like Uncharted. I think Uncharted is good, but I tend to, I don't know, I guess I'm just not as big of a fan of Naughty Dog as some people. Because Uncharted is good, but not amazing. Like, kind of like how I feel about Last of Us.
Well, I've never played Uncharted, so I wouldn't know.
It's true.
I bought Uncharted from GameStop, and I wanted...
Bossy today.
There's some extra that was inside. There was like some extra leaflet that was inside the box.
It was like the Game of the Year edition or whatever. It had, it had the code in it.
It had all the DLC and everything. And normally you're not going to find that inside of GameStop, which is fine. But so when I took the thing up there, I was like, "Oh, sweet."
It's important to emphasize this was a used copy, because with the new copy it would have been.
Sorry, it was. I got it from the used section, and I just noticed that the leaflet happened to be in there. So I went to. I took it up to the front, and the GameStop employee, I didn't notice it until I got home because I just assumed it would still be there. He took the freaking code. And it made me so angry, I ended up calling him back, and I was like, dude, I got the Game of the Year edition that was used, and I understand that it's not always going to come with a code, but there was definitely a code leaflet in there, and now it's gone. And they were like, well, we don't really, the leaflet wouldn't have been in there. And I'm like, while I agree with you, I know for a fact that it was. And they kept giving me the runaround about it, and it made me really angry. And I was like, I don't even want to play it at this point.
Yeah, which obviously isn't the game's fault, but it is easy to be like annoyed about it at that point. I can understand that motivation.
Yeah, I'm not saying that was the game's fault. All I'm saying is that it just put a bad taste in my mouth that I didn't even want to play it at that point.
Yeah,
that has nothing to do with the game and everything to do with that one GameStop employee that apparently decided he needed the Game of the Year edition more than me, even though I'm the one that actually bought it.
Okay, but on that note, now that we got that unfortunate story out of the way, I think this is going to be the end of the episode. So,
unfortunate story.
I mean, what would you call that?
An injustice.
All right, now that we've got that injustice out of the way, it's going to be the end of this episode. So we'll see you next time on Infinite Errors. Bye.